All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. I'm your host, beatzillapdx, and this is a news break. And just 1 second. All right. We have an update on the Kaylee Gain case situation. The young sister is fighting for freedom right now. They were trying to railroad the young girl to get her charged as an adult. And now that there's been some things to come out about the situation itself, there's, new information, some that we already pretty much knew. The new black media, those of us, the voices over here, we already let you know that this girl was known as a bully and whatnot. And now the truth is starting to come out. And if you will remember, the family was like, we want her charged as an adult. Well, they have since changed their tune as well. If you remember, in the situation to where, the girl where the non-binary student got into a fight with three girls, and then they tried to blow it up to make it something else, and then this child deleted themselves a day or two later. And we talked about that here with the false narratives. And again, there was a false narrative, which even with this story is still a false narrative. And truth be told, we understand why it is being ran with in such a manner to always make the same references that aren't true. A bully is a bully. And when the bullied get a chance to defend themselves, you really do not have the especially when you're jumping on them. So that's like saying you get into a shootout and you're upset that you got shot. That doesn't make sense. People think, oh, well, it was so severe and what this, that, or the other. Airman was killed coming to his door. Breonna Taylor killed in her home without clothes on. Philando Castillo, legal gun owner, killed in his car. Is self-defense illegal for Black people? That's the real question we have to ask. And we're seeing how the deputized society of supremacy believes that Dred Scott should still be alive and well, and nobody should ever have to respect the life of a Black person. And so it appears as they believe, and they and often in many cases is reinforced by the law, that there are no rights of a Black person that any white person has the legal duty to respect. And they like living that way. Well, in this day and age, not everybody is thinking that way. And so things might take a turn in a different direction. But here's a story that Atlanta Black Star published. They said Kaylee Gaines' family backtracks admits she made a terrible choice in the viral fight that left her with fractured skull, as juvenile officer confirms Black teen acted in self-defense. More proof has surfaced that the girl who was seen in the viral video slamming another teenager's head into a pavement near a Missouri school was acting in self-defense. According to a juvenile officer who testified in the St. Louis family court on Friday, Marnice DeClue was responding to being punched first by Kaylee Gaines, who was known to be a serial fighter. Now, notice what we're talking about, being known to be. So this kid, Kaylee Gaines, was already known to be what they like to say, a thug, a serial fighter, always into trouble. So what about her troubled past? This doesn't have anything to do with it. Look at how the dominant society is trying to use her as the victim, when the victim is Just that sister on the left, because she was the one who was bullied and the one who was attacked. According to the juvenile officer who testified in the St. Louis, who tested in family court in St. Louis on Friday. Marnice DeClue was responding to being punched first by Kaylee Gain, who was known to be a serial fighter. The officer who is overseeing Marnice's case serves much like prosecutors in the adult system. The testimony came as attorneys tried to persuade a judge to release the 15-year-old to her family from a juvenile facility where she has been since March, being charged with felony assault. Truth be told, why is that girl not home? I said that before. Why is she not home? The viral fight on March 8th had left the game with severe injuries. I guess left Kaylee Gain with severe injuries, including a brain bleed, resulting in part of the teen's skull being removed. The brutal beating that shocked many after it was captured on video depicted Marnice as a violent aggressor who heartlessly brutalized Gain. Actually, no. That fight starts with them squared up and Marnice's arms by her side. Then she gets swung on, and then the rest is history. So, even the way if you're a black reporter and you're reporting this, you do not have to sound like mainstream media. You do know that, right? This girl didn't attack her. This was not it was a brutal beating because, she got her ass whooped. That is true. But nonetheless, let's see. The brutal beating that shocked many was captured on video, depicted Marnice as a violent aggressor who heartlessly brutalized Gain, 16, leading her family to campaign for the 15-year-old to be tried as an adult for the alleged attack. However, Marnice's family, though regretful that the fight ended with Gain being hospitalized, argued that the behavior was abnormal for Marnice, who has good grades and no history of disciplinary issues. Well, that part is very important. My family, my church, we all prayed for Kaylee Grain, or KG. Consuela DeClue said in Court Friday, quote, "I think she was just defending herself. I don't think she had any intent or thought this would happen to KG, and we are very sorry." Multiple teachers also testified about Marnice's academic success and good behavior in court on Friday. The 15-year-old skipped the 7th grade and was on the honor roll, according to those who took the stand. The juvenile officer who reviewed school records also pointed out that Gain had been suspended the day before the brawl for fighting another girl. See, what we are talking about is two totally different types of people. But however, one instance has the whole dominant society believing that this girl on the right is innocent and that the truth is now coming out. They are still trying to lay innocence on this one on the right now with the whole line, well, she was undersized. She's the serial fighter, not the girl on the left. The juvenile officer, okay, let's see. Greg Smith, an attorney for the DeClue family, previously told local outlets that due to the suspension, Gain was not supposed to be near school grounds that day and returned to the area to settle a score that stemmed from the previous fight with one of Marnice's friends. Clinton Gain, Kaylee's father, previously told the New York Post that he found text messages showing that the two girls had agreed to fight that day. He also admitted that his daughter was constantly in trouble for physical altercations with other students. Well, what's up with these parents? Why ain't nobody looking in their history and seeing what's going on with them? Why is their kid in so much trouble? You know what this actually sounds like? This sounds like a school shooter being stopped. This literally sounds like the prevention of a school shooter. I mean, this what we're hearing here damn near sounds like Ethan Crumley. And they're upset at Marnice DeClue. And she's not at home with her family as of yet. Members of Kaylee's family seemed to backtrack in an impact statement to the court on Friday after months of demonizing Marnice. And this is quote, while our daughter will, and in all likelihood, need lifelong medical care and therapy to overcome the injuries and trauma that were inflicted on her, we pray that the juvenile court, or that the juvenile shows remorse and takes accountability for her actions so that no one else's lives are so irreversibly changed in the future. What does she have to say? She's an honor roll student. She was already on track. The worst thing that happened was her getting tangled up with your daughter, the serial fighter. See, again, still trying to spend. Your daughter picked the right one on the wrong day, and this is how it went down. For me, it is the overboard. Oh, people gotta. What remorse does she need? And why is that important to you that she's remorseful? For what? She defended herself. This is something, see, again, this line, you need to feel some kind of way for defending yourself successfully. Hell no, you don't. Oh, no, you do not. Family, believe you me, you do not have to feel no kind of way. Quote, a terrible choice was made by two teenagers to solve their issues through violence. This caused one of them to go too far with their bare hands and a concrete road, she continued. She also told the court that Kaylee Gain, who is white, had to learn to walk again and is still expecting memory loss. Huh? She also told the court that Kaylee Gain, who is white, had to learn to walk again and is still experiencing memory loss. The 16-year-old is wearing a helmet to protect her skull and will have to undergo other surgeries to rectify the damage from the fight. Yeah, that sounds about right. The St. Louis County Circuit Court Judge Jason Dotson ruled against the motion despite the numbers of the witnesses speaking highly of the teen's character. However, Dotson said his decision was made to safeguard Marnice, a black girl who was reportedly received several death threats since the video went viral. So he is keeping her locked up and preventing her from going home to her family, being in the custody of her parents and being around loved ones. She's better off in jail. What's that man's name? St. Louis County Circuit Court Judge Jason Dodson. Dodson. You guys need to look that man up and maybe do some canvassing out there, and because ain't judges elected, and I might need to see what y'all need to do about that. Go take a look at his record. After revelations about Kaylee Gaines' troubled past came to light, it was coupled in mainstream media with details of the alleged bully's rocky family life, with parents who had substance abuse problems. One of two online fundraisers launched by Gaines' family members has raised more than $420,000, while the DeClue family's GoFundMe page was taken down after being flagged by angry online video viewers who had already convicted the teen. While the juvenile officer who spoke Marnice every day since she has arrived at the facility, recommended that she continued to be tried as a juvenile and not charged as an adult. Dotson will make a decision at a later date. School officials have also received derogatory messages. Quote, employees answering phones are called the N-word or N-lover, unquote, according to the complaint. Quote, bomb threats have been made to individual employees and at schools to which law enforcement have had to respond, unquote. And that's insane, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the article. So in just that last little part, that shows you right there what is really going on with these folks out there in St. Louis. If y'all remember that politician was out there, we need to save the school. We need to do this. We need to do that. It's like, yeah, okay. She needs to be charged as an adult. They're not prosecuting her tough enough. Yeah. Well, things are different now that the truth has risen. And there's not really much you can do about it other than accept it. And there's a lot of butthurt supremacists out here crying and whining right now that, man, you know, she was undersized, man. And, you know, I mean, so at the end of the day, you know, you shouldn't be bullying anybody. But we're talking about somebody whose family life was actually jacked up. In this case, the person with the solid family life and upbringing is the black girl. And America just can't seem to handle that. Well, I'll tell you one thing. In all of these fentanyl overdoses and these deaths, 70% in my city, in my area, my neck of the woods, 70% are white males. So this tells you what's really going on out here. So when you hear about checker or rough life, don't look at black folks like that, because black folks might deal with struggling, fighting poverty every day. But we ain't the only ones fighting something out here. That's for certain. And sometimes, you know, all of the drugs that have been thrown on black communities over all of these years, sometimes those chickens just come to home to roost, and then you have a kid, they have to go through different things. Who knows? Maybe her aggression is a problem of being a drug baby. We don't really know. But one thing we do know for certain is the truth has came out. This girl is a serial fighter, while the black girl is an honor roll student. So to all of you butthurt white supremacists and wannabe white supremacists,
you shouldn't have been talking shit.
You know what I'm saying? So again, ladies and gentlemen, this has just been a news break. I wanted to come to you and just give you this update. But with that being said, you know, that's how things happen sometimes. Got to be careful out here and make sure that you don't run up on the wrong one, because you sometimes might, in fact, find the right one. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be all upon all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit that like button. Share this out on your social media. Subscribe to this channel if you have not. And you can also become a member by joining. Hit that notification bell. Hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime a video goes live or a video is uploaded. With that being said, stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Have a great day.